My grandmother caught me extremely bloody.
Did he just kill someone or something?
Excuse me?
First time I ever cried in school.
Crazy? You want to come over there? Hold on.
Yeah, just come in. You want to do it today?
Okay, welcome back to the Three Words Podcast.
Welcome.
Where we got a fun time show time. We got a fun show today.
That's why he doesn't do it.
That's why I don't do it.
That's why he doesn't do it.
Just came back from a bowling tournament.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
All right, let's go around. Show him how it's done.
Okay, so I'm Danny, and you always tell me to do this. I'm a horrible person to start with. They know who I am.
JT, let's go around.
JT?
I'm Antonio, and just give them whatever you want to give them real quick.
My name is Demon Joe for like YouTube, but in the wrestling industry per se, my name is Anthony Emerald Jr., the second generation star of Tony Emerald.
Oh, wow. All right, let's start this picnic.
So Demon Joe isn't the wrestling.
No, but I'm gonna try and build Demon Joe into an alter ego.
So do you just go by Demon Joe?
Well, yeah,
That's fun.
I've been like, with all the WWE games out there, that's been my main character.
Demon Joe.
So, like, wears face paint, all that cool stuff.
When you're wrestling, do you wear something? Do you wear something like that?
When I'm wrestling, I'm representing my cousin's company called Grateful Apparel, and I'm considering myself the Grateful AE2. AE2 being Anthony Emerald II. So keeping it short, sweet, and to the point.
Fair. We saw on your, I think it was, what do you call it? A chairs, ladders, tables match?
We saw a crazy clip on your Instagram.
Yeah, I had a death match. I guess you could call it the craziest loser belt death match in the history of GTS. That was the first time I wanted to step up and I challenged someone. So
That was your first time challenging someone?
Yeah, tagged him. Like, we cut it because it was too, because with YouTube nowadays, we call it ScrewTube because sometimes it's not so good. It wasn't bloody, but it was too dangerous per se for YouTube.
And it gets
illicit content.
You guys get flagged or something?
Yeah,
gets reported?
flagged or age restricted, sometimes demonetized.
Was that me? It might have been me. So what happened during the match that would have gotten you there?
Because, we were using light tubes, barbed wire chairs.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well.
It was a death match.
So you're trying to kill somebody. That's fine.
Yeah.
Get it. There was blood and everything?
No, there wasn't even any blood. But there's been so much worse things with more blood everywhere in the past that, wasn't so good for the channel, and it's gotten flagged.
Oh, okay. I see what you're going. Yeah, all right.
You gotta be careful now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Huh. Barbed wire wrapped chairs. Never heard of that one. I've heard of, obviously, the barbed wire bat, classic.
Yeah.
But a barbed wire chair could be a good weapon.
Yeah.
Those are all preset. Who's the guy making all the props?
Well,
Sick individual,
Yeah,
probably.
crazy, man.
Well, that was already made before the day because, they were using it throughout the day. So I just brought kendo sticks in a few weeks ago, so.
And it looks like, I don't know, maybe we could put some clip up, but it looked like you were in the middle of a forest.
Or
Well, we're in a backyard, so they used to have a warehouse, but they've gotten kicked out twice. I just came on to GTS, so I'm really honored because it's number 5 out of all the wrestling YouTube channels on YouTube.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Number 5, and he has more than 1 million subscribers, which is pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
Silly Super Pop on YouTube.
I've always forget what they're called. Like Mexican wrestlers, luchadors?
Yeah.
The mask,
with the
mask
mask.
people.
What are you asking?
Do you have any of those in your company?
Oh, like females?
No, like just the people
No, I'm
who
just going. Like,
Oh,
what's the
Did
variety?
Rey Mysterio just die?
Excuse me?
Or did he just kill someone or something?
Excuse me?
Like manslaughter?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
What
about.
happened? I
A
forgot.
few years back,
619.
Budoka 619.
I would say about 2016, 2017, he was in a match where something happened and
And he accidentally killed someone?
it was an accidental.
In a match?
Yes, in a live match in front of a live crowd.
Dude, I
It,
love Rey Mysterio.
there was nothing held against him as far as I'm concerned. It was
okay.
in Mexico. It was a match in Mexico.
But what happened?
It
Just
shows it's fucking
Probably
dangerous, dude.
what do you think? What happened?
I don't know, but I loved his signature, the 619. It's like the coolest. Like I just always thought that was so
That's
fun.
the craziest move. I
And
love that.
I obviously everybody wants to know like what does he look like underneath?
Yeah.
And I had a Rey Mysterio like action figure, and I broke the plastic off. There's no face under that.
Obviously, there's
Why
not.
would
I
they-
know, but
why-
for some reason my mind said there has to. I'm going to unmask Rey Mysterio over today.
little
And it's
7-year-old
just-
Danny's
it's
gonna
just
fill
like
the world.
plastic eyes.
Danny thought that he was beating everybody.
The system and everyone.
I thought,
It's like
yeah.
these fools.
Little genius, little
Like, as a kid-
Einstein.
as-
Yeah, imagine my surprise when I took off his pants. Nothing there either. I mean, come on. Let's make these things more anatomically correct.
Can't do that. It's like Barbie and Ken start having parts. Can't start doing that. Then people start making fun of Ken's size.
Barbie.
What if you just give? What if you just? Dude, Ken definitely has a hammer in there. Though.
Dude, I told you about the time that my grandmother caught me kissing a naked Barbie under a pillow, right?
Yeah, you did.
I mean, last
Yeah.
week?
You should tell us again. Now.
Dude, I think I was just a kid underneath the pillows on my grandmother's couch. She was cooking food, and I was just with this Barbie. We were having a good conversation, you know. And then she took the pill, like it was a huge pillow, like a couch cushion. Like I thought they couldn't see me. And then she ripped the pillow off. It was just me and completely naked Barbie. Not even. I
What
was.
a
I was.
whore.
I was clothed though. At least I was clothed.
Well, that's good.
That could have been bad. Either way, I'm sure she called my father right away. My dad probably, who knows what kind of
Laughed.
thought he had. At least it was Barbie, I guess. I don't know. Would have been better if it was two Barbies. Or maybe all of them.
Jesus,
Ken
okay,
Barbie.
That's enough.
Who's the other one?
Ken, you got
Oh,
Ken, you got
oh,
Barbie.
that's
oh,
enough.
You got the
Yeah.
black Ken.
Big
Fucking
fun.
this like Mattel orgy you're having. What the fuck is going on
Bunch
here?
of dolls. All right, well, I'm sorry. We went there. Just a little history of mine. There you go. I don't know where to go from there. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's how we.
I want to talk about Danny's shirt because
Oh yeah,
it says Jordan on
this
it.
is a Jordan bowling shirt.
So wait, what is this like? A guy who was on a
Air
bowling
Jordan.
team.
No,
What's
no.
the backstory? Was that his shirt and he had his
No,
name
no,
printed?
this is Michael Jordan, Jordan the brand. I swear to God,
No, it's not.
dude. There's a
No, it's definitely you definitely.
dude. Look at this. You can see the
There's
little
nothing
Jumpman.
there. There's
right.
nothing there.
Don't lie to us.
Dude, I swear to God, there's a Jumpman here. This is a Jordan.
Joe, is there something there?
Dude, hold on.
It's not even English.
Are you kidding me? Hold on a second.
It's
Look
not
at
even
this.
English. He said.
Look at this. There's a Jordan.
Danny, there's literally nothing
It's
there.
nothing.
Are you fucking crazy? Do I have to come over there? Hold on a second. No, dude, there's something. There's something there.
Danny's gonna fucking throw you
Danny,
through
I'm
the
not
table.
talking about your pants.
No, stop.
No, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Look at that. Where is it?
This is definitely a bowling shirt.
Okay, well, it's certainly a bowling shirt. I got it at the Salvation Army.
So it's definitely a guy just
you need it.
named
First of all, you
Jordan.
need a sippy cup.
No.
You need a sippy
Danny,
cup.
why do you have a spill
Right before
on
the
center of your
podcast.
shirt?
It's sweat.
He-
Look at this right here.
what-
That's a Jumpman,
All
baby.
right.
That's a Jumpman.
There's a jump, man.
Honestly, this could be anything.
Get away from me.
Oh my
That
god.
doesn't escape the fact that it could be just a man named Jordan's bowling shirt that you essentially stole.
Well, what a freak.
Well, I was.
to make his own bowling shirt and put the Jumpman logo.
Well, you
on
got it from the Salvation Army, right? So
Yeah.
that was probably him either quitting the team or hanging up the old bowling
Like
career.
there's probably a really sad bowling story behind
I'm
that
saying.
shirt.
Oh, whoever wore the shirt before
Must
me
have
was
been
certainly
deeply
a sad
sad.
human being.
Deeply sad.
But I bought it because I think it's funny,
Danny's
and
not-
also I love bowling.
and he's not good at it.
That's not true.
Who's the reigning champ?
That's besides the point. I have the loser's belt right now, but I'm gonna challenge you again soon.
2 years running. All right, that was the tangent of all tangents we could
That
possibly
was-
tangent tomorrow.
I feel like a bowling alley would be a good place for a wrestling match.
Bowling balls and bowling pins and everything.
Well, those are
God,
good. Bowling, you can kill someone with bowling.
You can kill
You ever
somebody
picked up
with
a bowling
with
pin?
Yeah, heavy.
Like at the birthday party, you get one at the end.
They're heavy as shit.
Oh my god, it's a bat. It's a club.
barbed wire around that thing. So using that.
I was always thinking like a wrestling match in a Walmart or Home Depot.
And just start.
Home Depot would be dangerous.
Oh, that's.
Home
feel
Depot,
like-
that would be fucking awesome.
That would be
That'd be
cool.
so cool
You
because
lit-
they always used to do, like the staging area of the arenas they were in, which is kind of just like essentially an industrial complex. Like I never got why they didn't branch off to going to like a Home Depot or like some crazy shit.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
See, they have for example, WWE has the WWE 24/7 Championship now. A title you can defend it 24/7, literally anytime, any place, anywhere.
So they could just show up while you're.
That's just paranoia.
Yeah.
Right, literally at the New Year's Eve thing in Times Square, R-Truth lost the 24/7 title to Mojo Rawley in the middle of a whole entire crowd. Like they recorded that shit.
Wait, does
just
the
get-
ref have to stay with you?
There was
follows
actually
you
a
around.
person who was performing. The person had to zip down their shirt. Had a ref shirt on. I was like, oh my god,
That's crazy.
he's about to lose this shit right now.
So the challenger would have to supply the ref, I guess.
Yeah.
At least. So someone
That's
could just
fair.
be getting their
That's
eggs in the
fair.
morning, their cereal, their milk, and just lose the belt, just getting bashed into
you
some fruity pebbles.
Yeah, if you spot a ref anywhere, run.
Yeah.
yeah,
My favorite match of all time is not of all time, but I love matches where there's like the belt or like the briefcase hanging above
Money in the Bank.
shit.
Money in the Bank.
Love that.
Ah,
I just
man.
like that premise.
I like the premise, but the execution for Money in the Bank is so bad in my
always someone is left hanging off it.
Is WWE pay per view
Only
Or
certain.
the
championships?
The big ones.
Yeah, the big ones.
That's
So like
interesting.
Hell in a
They
Cell.
switch back and forth between like just airing it.
Well,
and
they
then-
have live TV every week.
Yeah, and then
Monday,
but then the
Wednesday,
big
and
ones
Friday.
they do pay per view.
The big every big title match for the most part is mainly on a pay-per-view.
It's interesting.
On pay per view,
Mm-hmm.
they're expensive too. Fucking
Pay per views are always so expensive for
Unless-
everything
Unless you get the WWE Network, which is $9.99
I think
per month.
per month.
I think
shout
I
out
had
to you, Vince McMahon.
I had the WWE Network for a little bit. My brother's.
Of course, yeah. I mean,
Gio got big into it.
you got to get a streaming service going if you're any
If you're trying to
relevant
keep-
company
yeah,
in
trying to keep up,
2020. You
keep-
know?
Yeah.
keep on papers. Even no, even like fighting programs, you still have to buy the fights, right? UFC, right? Don't you still have to buy
You
the
have
fight?
to
Yeah,
have
but
the
that's
membership
ESPN
and buy the
Plus.
fight
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to have membership and buy the fight.
For ESPN Plus.
I mean, they're still making out on us, but that's not keeping up with the times technically.
Yeah, they're actually kind of screwing us a little bit with that one, but
Yeah, it's like and specifically with the last fight, you pay like $65 for 40 seconds.
yeah, that was awesome.
I've paid way
Not
less
that
for
it's-
way
yeah,
less.
that was
Not for Danny.
just
Danny paid
God
for it.
damn it. So close. I was so close to I was T-ball. That's T-ball. Setting you up
Speaking
for
of
that one.
You did set me up for that one.
Speaking of fights, CM Punk's first fight, I bought that pay-per-view. This was like way back in 2016 when CM Punk made
The UFC.
yeah, when he went and had his first fight in UFC. That was like what, 40 seconds as well, maybe less.
Yeah, a lot of people make fun of UFC.
Yeah.
A lot of people make fun of CM Punk saying that
He had two fights. Both of the second time, yes, he lasted longer, but it was only by a minute.
Dana White also said like that was a mistake. Like he
Yeah.
never like it was unsafe. He never should have done it. It was dumb. He was just a celebrity.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Now Ronda Rousey's in WWE, right?
yeah, but Ronda
Yeah.
Rousey, that was a genius switch.
Yes.
Oh,
for her.
yeah.
That was
Well, yeah.
Now she's out because she got had her the last match she had in WWE was WrestleMania of last year in the main event. It was a triple threat match: Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. Winner take all. And Charlotte Flair was the SmackDown Women's Champion. Ronda Rousey was the Raw Women's Champion. Becky Lynch walked out holding both belts and became the man, Becky Lynch.
damn.
She
And then-
established herself.
And then Ronda Rousey, stopped?
Ronda
After that?
Rousey wanted to take time off. She started a family. She already gave birth. That's been, long done.
I didn't know that.
I don't know either.
And everyone was hoping for her to come back at the Rumble. There's so many people injured on the women's roster. It's crazy. And everyone was hoping number 30 is going to be Ronda Rousey. And she posted a meme on her Twitter. She was like, "You guys thought I was going to come back, didn't you? Ha ha ha."
Well,
that's
All
just-
right. Well, that's just rude.
That's
That was a
bitch thing to
dick
do.
move. That was a dick
Rub
move.
salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Even Brock Lesnar tried to. Well, he did for a little bit. He was kind of successful in UFC. And,
He was pretty
and,
successful.
and,
yeah.
and seeing him go to UFC, my mind, seeing Brock Lesnar all the time, I was like, who the hell is going to beat this guy? I thought that was like, it's like the Hulk going in to fight things. And that just shows you there's just freaks in the UFC. That's something, someone even beat him, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the one thing people love wrestling. John Cena is like John Cena's the number one Make-A-Wish, I think,
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
ever existed.
And he
People
does
just love
so many.
people just love wrestling. And how can you hate John Cena? The only thing you hate John Cena about is the fact that he wears jean shorts.
And
Yeah,
even
but
though-
he's the only person who can wear
and
them.
even though he's the
Exactly.
only person that does do it.
I know, yeah. I'm just salty because I bought a pair and went, oh god, I'm not John Cena. Fuck,
No, you did not.
I did.
Oh, my God.
I did. I don't have the picture, but it's somewhere.
Want to know a funny story? So, when I was in elementary school, it was, I'm going to say 5th grade. So, I got jean shorts because I wanted to be John Cena for Halloween. I had the haircut and everything for it. So, I was looking pretty cool. And during gym class, I had a wardrobe malfunction. It was not a fun sight because it was so embarrassing because my crush was on the opposite team, and when she saw, everything came crashing
Wait,
down.
what happened?
What kind
Yeah,
of
what kind of-
wardrobe malfunction?
So I went. We were playing like it was some stupid fun game. Something happened where I bent down and I ripped my shorts,
Solid.
and it ripped my underwear too. Solid.
Oh.
So
In the
It
back
wa-
or the
Because
front?
I was gonna say,
just
hold on a second.
in the crotch area. So that was not a fun sight, and I was so embarrassed. That was the first time I ever cried in school.
Oh, was it the last time?
That was the first and last time I ever cried in school. That was the worst day ever.
I was gonna wonder if it ripped your underwear too, because I was gonna say, there's no way you're going commando in jean shorts. I mean,
That's-
come
that's-
on, that's
no,
a risky
no,
business.
That's risky.
You're asking for a couple denim burns.
Yeah,
Oh.
no.
Something embarrassing ever happened to you like that in middle school?
I peed my pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not. But in front of people or
In
like?
front of everyone.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kept raising my hand to go to the bathroom, and teacher kept saying no. And like, I don't know
If
why
the-
I didn't just go.
If the teacher says no, just get up and go. Haven't you heard that?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. And then I would raise it again, and she would go no. And I would raise it again, she would go no. And then finally, like the
Should just peed on the floor.
well, finally the assistant teacher was like, no, you can go. And I got up, and then instead of just going right to the bathroom, I went over to sign out in the sign out book, and then I started peeing my pants.
Were you dripping on the way? Like, was it leaking?
I just stood there, didn't know what to do, and I was like,
Oh, that is so.
I hope that teacher feels like a cunt.
The worst thing that's like ever happened is just like nothing bad at all, and just like, I don't know, I wore gym clothes on a day that's not gym day, you know.
Two shoes. All right,
What?
Mr.
No,
Perfect.
I'm not talking,
Oh.
I'm talking perfect. I'm saying that's not. I don't have any wardrobe malfunctions.
I
I've done that in
I don't-
high school.
I don't-
Like
yeah, I don't
the
need
first
wardrobe.
year.
Yeah, the first year of high school, that's always that a bunch of. There's a few people who did that in prep.
I made the mistake.
Wait, done what?
They think that because in a lot of elementary schools, you wear gym. If it's a gym day, you wear gym clothes the entire day.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so
yeah.
and so a freshman year, there's always a few people who come
yeah,
in gym
yeah.
clothes the entire day, and then just 7 times they hear the same joke from the teacher, like, "Oh, you're you're
Yeah.
a loser."
not a joke.
A little more effort.
Got him. Got him.
Everybody starts clapping.
I hope the teachers put in a little more effort than that.
Well,
Dude, you know how many times I forgot my gym clothes and I had to like go buy a shirt to
Yeah,
not
you
lose
just go to the
5 points
bookstore.
off my grade?
I just left
It's
it
like,
in
God,
my
it was just
locker.
a money bank. And
Oh, it was a money embezzling scam.
yeah.
It was.
Yeah, really.
If you forgot it, you get 5 points off your grade, but you could go buy a new pair at the bookstore.
You also need this like loan shark like pyramid system of shirts and pants. If you don't want to pay for it, like, okay, give me your shirt, I'll take your pants. You could have these pants, and now that's a whole problem.
What do you think about like? So is like WWE your shit, or like are you more of a what are the other ones called?
AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, CZW, which is Combat Zone Wrestling. CZW is honestly the #1 deathmatch company for deathmatch wrestling, like light tubes, barbed wire, thumbtacks.
So deathmatch means like what's involved and how far they can go, or
Yeah, mainly a deathmatch is considered extremely bloody.
okay.
Like a deathmatch, you
Right.
would think, death. You're
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
kill the person
Yeah,
per
fair.
se.
Right.
And then there's people that just sign me up. Gonna
I
bleed.
always love the idea of a cage match because in almost all ways it's the exact same fight, but for some reason it's fantastic. It's much more cool because it's in a cage.
Anything in a cage. Seems
Anything
more
in a
intense.
cage is intense.
Like even from boxing to UFC, well, it is more intense, but just the cage being
the
there.
cage is.
Would you prefer a steel cage match or a Hell in a Cell match?
So Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell, there's-
That's
You actually
classic.
can go around the ring. Steel
That's
cage,
true.
It's a certain height. You can't get weapons. I wouldn't say I want to become a deathmatch wrestler, but I want to go through that. I want to feel that when you're in a match like that, you get that adrenaline pumping. You're all for it.
See, there's barbed wire objects flying at you.
That's interesting. So when you're, what's the feelings before a match, as the match starts, and then when you have a fluorescent light tube broken over your head?
So I've only felt that once on my back a couple times during that match. On impact, when your adrenaline's pumping, it doesn't really hurt. After the fact, once you take a shower
You just can't move.
later on, the little mini cuts that you have, that hurts the most.
Oh, like little paper cuts, but little glass cuts.
Well, those
Yeah.
things they shatter upon impact, very
Yeah.
much so.
Dude, my phone
It's
cracked
like the
once.
gas inside of them, I think, that makes
Yeah,
it so.
pop. My phone cracked once, and I swiped the screen. All the glass got into my finger. I cried for a few days. I can't imagine
Yeah,
getting
I've had
smacked
that.
with glass. Dude. I've made that mistake. Glass all on my finger. It's messed up.
There's no like you guys don't use breakaway ones or anything.
No, legit light tubes. Go to
What
Walmart.
do you think this is, man?
I don't know. I obviously.
I mean, no, not really. You just go to Walmart. That's where literally we get everything.
So when
Light
you guys
tubes.
go to the Walmart and buy the light tubes, if someone drops one and it just shatters before the match, you just like, what are you doing?
It is what it is. It just shatters.
What's
You-
happening?
Then he has to jump in it.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
to.
roll around
Jump in
naked.
I mean, you really think about it, wrestling has to do. There is on scene type thing. Like you never know what can happen in a wrestling show. Someone could not show up. Someone else has to step in. You gotta improv that entire match. You gotta talk it out. You gotta plan things through. Like WWE, they have their shit like so scripted. It's so crazy. When GTS, yeah, we have some scripted things, but everything is planned out. But a lot of things can happen just on the fly like that. It's pretty
I think
cool.
that's like one of the biggest misconceptions with like the WWE. It's like because everybody blah, blah, it's fake, blah blah blah. But
Even though it's
scripted doesn't mean that these people aren't
in danger.
there
People's-
is
yeah.
amazing. After I found out the whole like storyline plot, was scripted, I actually enjoyed it more because at this point now it's like it's an incredibly elaborate performance, and it goes on like 51 weeks of the year.
It's more of
insane.
it's more of a test of will when in the script they say, all right, so you got to flip off the ring into this ladder, and the guy's all right, no problem.
Yeah, we're pretty incredible stuntmen.
Absolutely.
Like some of the things they do.
Yeah, that's why some of them are really good movie actors too.
And some of them have gotten seriously like paralyzed and shit if they
Yes,
mess up.
it's
Stone
dangerous.
Cold Steve Austin. That's a great name right there. He's gotten paralyzed. It was in a match with Owen Hart years and years ago. Like, I wasn't even alive for that. So I'm 18 right now. So
I don't remember what happened. I don't remember that.
it was a pile driver. It was sit out pile driver. Stone Cold's head was not placed per se where it should have been, and it was just not a good ending for him.
Did he
Damn.
get
Luckily-
temporarily?
No, but he's all right.
That
man.
was a temporary paralyzation. Over time, he healed up.
Gotcha.
Neck surgeries, he's gotten over it.
Because there's definitely some people that are too aggressive, and when they see the matchup, they're like, I don't want to fight that guy. I'm gonna get hurt.
This guy-
This guy always goes too rough.
At this most recent Royal Rumble, Edge made a
Edge,
return,
yep.
and he went out because he like did like something in his spine, like some
It was
crazy
his spine
fucking-
and neck.
yeah. So people get fucking hurt in
It's
this
no
shit.
joke. Also, again, going back to this, the person who has to go up against the Undertaker, and while you're getting flipped upside down, you're probably shitting yourself. Like if this guy messes up, there goes my neck,
And now that Undertaker is getting really, really old,
and they're still making him do it. I would.
they're at the point where, because now that they have AEW, All Elite Wrestling, Cody Rhodes is running it, and Tony Khan, which is, I believe, owns a football team or something like that. He's one of the some shit like that. So, but like that's the rival. So like WWE is trying to keep these wrestlers, these top wrestlers like Randy Orton, Undertaker. Triple H wouldn't leave because he practically runs
yeah,
NXT.
he runs it now, right?
He's gonna take it over once Vince McMahon either croaks or
Just gives it up.
or just gives it up and steps down.
I would love to have a Royal Rumble with all of the Picky Boys podcast guests.
That would be ridiculous.
I don't think you're allowed because
Yeah,
that
that's-
would be
yeah.
a totally unfair
Yeah.
advantage.
That would be pretty cool.
I just love that idea, the Royal Rumble. That's the one pay-per-view I bought every single time.
But it's
Just because I don't
on
know.
paper, it's unfair in a way.
Oh, it's totally unfair, but it's something about I think it's like the instant gratification of every minute a new person. Who the fuck is it gonna be? Oh,
Yeah,
somebody's making a
you're-
return.
You don't know. Royal Rumble, like all these top pay-per-views, the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, those are the top 4 WWE pay-per-views that have been going around for years and years and years that has never stopped. Royal Rumble is the best one ever because when the actual Royal Rumble match, you don't know who's going to come out. Yes, people have announced, like, for example, John Cena, he would say, oh, I'm announcing myself, number 3 or whatever the hell. He's going to come out at number 3. You don't know who's going to be number 1, number 30, 29. You don't know who's going to actually win the Rumble. But they, backstage, they know, obviously. The fans don't know it. That's the entertainment part.
I mean, it's like any show.
I like-
The people writing it
Yeah.
know, but the people, no one else
It's
does.
fun.
Yeah.
It's great. I like it quite.
I
a
like
bit.
when 15, 16 of them are in this ring at the same time, and you don't know where to look. I enjoy all that.
Yeah.
Isn't there a video of like a reporter or something? And this wasn't scripted, at least I don't think. But it was like reporters calling like this fucking huge ass wrestler out and saying like it was fake or something. He's like, he just like slaps him. He's like, is that fake? He just keeps slapping. Is that fake? Yeah, it's fake. Have you seen that? It's old. It's old.
I believe it. I believe those guys had. First of all, to do something, to do that level of putting your body in danger, you got to have a bit of a screw loose. just a little bit, probably.
Yeah.
So, I could imagine them just smacking up people or talking shit. Why not?
and some
Absolutely.
of them
Back then,
then,
especially,
they're probably on some
yeah,
stuff.
roid it up.
So those guys.
The whole Hulk Hogan documentary, the doctor was just like, you need to stop doing whatever you're doing, putting in your body. And he was just like, can't, brother.
Can't, brother.
Gotta do it.
Can't, doctor,
That's when
brother.
that's when they used to do cutting and everything. They don't still
with
do
the
that anymore.
razors?
Yeah, they don't. They like hit
No,
it
they
in
use blood capsules.
Yeah, now they
Except for CCW, they're actually they're
Yeah.
doing legit
What's CCW?
CZW Combat Zone Wrestling,
That's the
Deathmatch company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's getting really old? Ric Flair. But he's become such like now he's really good friends with like the Migos,
Yeah.
which is such a weird relationship. But I think it's hilarious.
16-time world champion right there. And
Nature Boy.
partying with the Migos.
Beautiful friendship, but it's like
it's a beautiful friendship,
one of those-
but it's so strange.
it's like when you see a picture on Instagram, they're like, this dog and this bird are like best friends. It's such an unlikely friendship.
Look at them snuggle up in the dog
Yeah.
bed. The dog tucks it in.
I once saw a picture of Post Malone and The Undertaker together. And when I saw that, I was like, what?
That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
That surprises me way less
it's
for some
a-
reason than Post Malone.
See, like me personally, that's like a surprising thing because Undertaker is not the type of person to like be posting to social media.
Oh, because of his
True.
personality.
his,
yeah.
his
that's true.
personality, he's
That's
the
true.
dead man.
He lives the character.
He lives the character for all these years, and he's just now recently made a Twitter, made an Instagram, and it's like when he posted that picture of Post Malone, it's like,
Well, Kane is like the
the
governor.
mayor.
He's the mayor of a town.
Knoxville County.
I wouldn't run against
which
him.
is
Just fucking
insane.
piled him maybe through a table at the congressional meeting.
Yeah.
Which is insane, but I mean, good for him, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, wrestlers, have the
What about The Rock?
Donald Trump was
about- yeah,
was
Donald
in
Trump
was in WWE.
Dude,
I think he's in WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he is. Donald Trump is the only person to be a president and also be a WWE Hall of Famer.
You can't knock him for that.
Can't knock him
You
for that.
can't knock him for
That's
that.
in the history
We're
books.
just spitting facts here.
That's just
No politics, just facts.
Exactly.
What about the Rock became the biggest superstar on the planet?
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
just from
he's
that.
just
can't do
that. What's you smelling what the Rock's cooking? That
Yeah,
kind of
just
stuff.
from that.
Yeah, he started out like very low, and yes, every single championship is scripted for a certain person to win, but you work for that. All
And his
those
dad was
years.
in it too,
Yeah,
right?
and
His dad was in it. He has a whole family in the business.
Right.
Yeah, he has
Nia
he has
Jax.
two cousins too, right?
You have the Usos, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, big one too.
Oh yeah, they have the same fucking tattoo.
Yeah,
right?
and they're all in the Fast and
sm-
Furious movies, so you knew that they were all related. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only been to one, like amateur wrestling match, but it was fantastic.
I went to one too, actually.
I don't think I've ever been to one.
It was at like a Knights of Columbus, like a I don't even know what it's called.
Where they're serving you like the
Like a community center, like a gym, and it was just like it was so awesome. There was everybody was super into it, and this was in St. Louis, Missouri, and so all the fans were also really into it. They're like, break his fucking neck, and beers were like $1 a piece. It was fantastic. I'd
Oh,
go
that's-
back for sure.
I go back for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm good to end it here. I don't know. It's up to.
Anything else to say? Why don't you give yourself, where can people? Oh yeah, well the YouTube channel. Do you have anything going on yourself?
Okay, so well, right now currently, the main thing that's going on is GTS Wrestling, which you can find that out on Silly Super Pop on YouTube, or you could just type in Grimm's Toy Show and that will pop up, or GTS Wrestling. Those are like the easiest tags. You can follow me on Twitter, which is Anthony Emerald 5, Instagram Demon Joe 24. And for GTS, we're having probably the biggest thing going on because we're having our first ever GTS live show in front of a live crowd. It's in New Egypt, New Jersey, in a high school, and it's on March 21st on a Saturday.
Nice.
All right.
That's cool. It's
going on?
live.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
live.
that's gonna be
And
fun.
it's also going to be all recorded and posted to YouTube. So if you can't make it there, make sure you stay tuned.
No, yeah, we'll definitely check that out.
Cool. You can find me on YouTube, Dan Moriarty, or DMore723 on TikTok. I will be a famous TikToker.
JT,
JT Holden 97 on Instagram and J Balls on YouTube.
you can find me at Ant Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
The Picky Boys podcast. Like, subscribe,
Hell
buy
yeah.
buy some merch down below, and have a fantastic day.
All right, guys. Peace.